Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Welcome along to Returning at Home with me. Uh, Today, just a wee small project. My back's been playing up again, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I managed to get one of my helpers today, and that is Douglas.
Good
Welcome.
morning, everybody.
Brian is otherwise engaged. His wife got the out of him, and he's not allowed out to play.
That sounds
So
about right.
Right. So I'll put Doug in the background and he'll tell me
All
any
right.
who all's in it and so on. And I'll explain what we're going to do today. Okay. So
All
that's
right.
him back in the background. And I'll change around to the overhead. Please work. Yes. Okay, guys. I have a piece of a poplar American tulip wood here. And I just need to find my measuring stick. I had it a wee minute ago and I keep losing things in this shade. I don't know what I've done with it. Anyway, it's it's somewhere. It doesn't want to show itself. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's about uh, it's about roughly about 120 mil, 150 mil long, and it's about what 2 inches thick. So I've already marked the points on it. So to get it centered, and today's project is a wee vase copy thing. We're going to color it with the Joe Sonias. And initially, I was going to do the thing Terry done last night, but seeing Terry done it, uh, I'll keep it for an hour demo. I liked that. It was a very good demo. I was well impressed the way it came out. So there we are. We have the piece chucked in between centers and make sure everything's tight, guys. You don't want any mishaps at this time of year because Christmas is just around the corner and you don't end up hospital and stuff like that. So do everything you can to make yourself safe in your workshop. Okay, so Douglas will tell me who's in, and I'll
All
start
right.
roughing this down with a roughing gouge. Okay.
All right. Sounds like a plan. All right. We got Roger Kent is in. Chris Dodds is here. Todd at Glen Cove Springs is here. Andy the Valley Woodturner is here. Hello, Andy. Um, and that may be it for right now.
That's not
Clint,
bad. Welcome
Clint is
along, guys.
here. Yes, Clint is in. Short list right now, but I'm sure that's going to grow. It always does.
Yeah. Well, thank you to everyone that's ready here. I'll just stop that and have a check. See where it's under round. So we need to put a tenon on one end of it to get it on the chuck. So we'll get my large beaning parting tool. And I'll put a tenon on this end of it. Okay. And I'll just put a small dovetail on the end of that. As when I was there, just slightly. It doesn't need to be a whole lot. So we'll just get that out of there. And remove the step center from the chuck. That's the easiest way to put stuff on the lathe. If you've got a square stock, you just put it between centers and then put a tenon on it. So I'll bring a tail stock up, we'll locate my previous hole, and it does match. So now we can tighten that down. Okay, so this is going to be the top of the piece, and this is going to be the bottom. So I'll I want to put some initial shape onto this bottom piece before we do the inside. Just to narrow it down at the bottom.
Greg Alexander has joined us. Hello, Greg.
Hi, Greg. Welcome along. Right, I'll leave it at that. It's more like a tapered funnel at the minute, but that may change as we go on. So this is going to be quite hard to turn out the middle. So I'm going to use the JPEG's chuck and a Forstner bit to help me because it's on end grain, and with it being so far away from the headstock, we will get a lot of vibration. So what you can do to help yourself along the way is worth doing. So we'll just get the knocking everything over. It doesn't have to be a big Forstner bit, just something to get you in a wee ways, and then once you're halfway down, you can start hollowing it out with whatever tool you wish to use. But this will help us get in, and just making sure that's seated into the quill of the tailstock. You don't want that coming out. So you want to turn your speed down too, and we'll see what we are speeding, what speed we're doing. I'll keep it at it's just under 1,000 RPMs. That should be all right. I'll just change that up the tailstock.
Paul Heighton is in.
Hi, Paul. Welcome along. Just take it back, release the shavings.
You mentioned the vibrations. I've noticed here lately that I don't know. It may just be me, but it seems like wood is vibrating more and more, especially in grain.
Yeah.
Doesn't make. I don't. Hey, it's not any different. I'm sure. It's just me. It may be a little harder because it's cooler outside for those of us in the northern hemisphere, but it's not that much different. It shouldn't be. I think it's just me. I think it's just me.
And again, I like to keep my hand on the Jacob's chuck as I withdraw it, because sometimes it wants to jump out. We'll just
It
clear
sure
the
does.
shavings out of that. And it's not nice when it comes out because it wants to hit you then. So we take it down to the depth of the bit.
Yeah, even if
There
it
we
comes
are.
loose, if your hand is on it, when it comes loose, you know it, and you can stop and
Yep.
get your lathe turned off and
there's a
protect
demo
yourself
at
from dying.
our club one night, and the demonstrator was drilling a bit out, and it did come out of the and it nearly, he was lucky he didn't hit him. Put it that way.
Yes.
It came right
Yes.
out and it spun and landed behind him.
Yep.
Oh, it can happen. Okay, we'll just take that out.
I was watching a demo. It's either Friday or Saturday. Fellow backing his drill bit out of the piece, doing just what Paul was just here doing, but did not have his hand on it. And he must have been watching because his Jacob's chuck definitely came out of the tailstock. Had he kept going one more crank, who knows? Who knows where that bit would have landed? So,
Right, so I'm just
yeah.
going to use my spindle gouge here. We'll just take a couple of draw cuts and bring that back to widen that hole. I can use any tool you wish. You could use the bowl gouge to do this. I'm just using the spindle gouge.
Oh, Todd, yes. Todd's asking about a college football game Saturday, and yes, my Kentucky Wildcats won, and it was a great day. I lived in Louisville for a long, long time, and you would think I would be a Louisville fan, but I am not. I bleed blue, not red, and so it was a good day. Interstate rivalry, and that was a big one.
So I've widened the hole so I can get in with the chuck a wee bit further now. No, that's not a good help to get that out. We'll clear the pavements out of that. We'll see where we are. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. So just go back to this half-inch spindle guide with. I'll turn the speed up a wee bit. Sitting about 1500. Again, I'm just drawing a bat on the wing. As you probably can hear, it's making a lot of squealing.
It's a great technique. It does cause a little vibration, but it's not usually too much to worry about. Just keep watch on everything, and
I'm just going to use a Simon Hope Holland's chisel with the wee carbide on the tip. This is a great wee tool, and it's a quite long bar, so it does extend into the piece of good bit. So we'll see how this works.
that small bit eats a lot of wood, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're great for end grain, so they are. The best about it, it is really set to 45, so you don't have to define that. And again, the piece of flat bar makes it sit nice and flat. It doesn't want to turn.
Right.
So with a regular round bar, I think I'm a wee bit too low here. I want just to be on center.
That bar shape had a lot to do with the Easy Wood tools when they were being developed. He started off with the large square tool and put it on a square bar, so when you're working on the side, it didn't tend to roll. It wanted to stay flat. It took a lot of the work, a lot of the strain off the hands. Then eventually they did the swan neck tool and put it on a flat bar, and that really made a difference.
Let's see what's happening down here. Need to be light. I can't see. do, 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 do. Oh, there.
Oh, Malcolm Douglas, you snuck in. I didn't see you come in. Hello, Malcolm.
Okay. That's better. I can see the batter now.
Is that one of those little Emma Cook lights?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, they're great.
they're handy. You can set it on the end of tool rest in there, and and it's not in the way.
My wife hates when I watch YouTube videos of people turning, but she watched one here recently and somebody pulled out one of those little lights, turned it on. She said, "Oh, how are they doing that? How do they have light down inside?" I told her. So who knows? That might end up in my stocking this year. Who knows?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't complain if it did. I'm not going to complain anyway, but I might jump up and down and be super happy about that. And if it doesn't, well,
I'm
I'll
just
just have to
changing
go
over
get
this
mine.
R round carbide.
There you go.
The end grain is very hard. Just to clean the bottom off it up. I'm down to the depth I want to go to. Just shaping the top of the entrance here. Or we base. I don't want to take that too much off the side of this because I want to take it down a wee bit thinner, narrower, I should say, on the outside. So we'll see what that's like. Get looking down. Oh, that's quite good down there. There's just one wee line there. Did you see Terry's demo last night, Doug?
I did. I did.
I was quite impressed with it. I thought it was a good idea. That never seen that done before.
I've got to go back and watch part of it. I did not understand what the explosive part of that was. Um, I think I turned my head for a second and missed the main point. Brian Eltonera de Madera is in. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian. Welcome along. Right, that's just down to their depth that we want to go, and we'll get a bit of sanding done to that. And I made myself a couple of sticks with Velcro on it.
There
But
you go.
it's not a really good idea to stick your fingers in there if you want to keep them, you know. So,
That is definitely a handy tool to have. Handy tool.
so just a normal bit of stick and
Yeah.
some of that stick on Velcro and does the job. So we'll get the dust extraction on. We'll turn the speed down a wee bit. It's going too fast. About 800. I'll give it a wee sand. So I'm starting off with 80 grit here. So for all the latecomers that came in there, this is a piece of American tulip wood, piece of poplar. We're going to make a nice wee decorative sort of vase with it. I'm going to use Joe Sonia's iridescent paints, the colour, the outside. Just have a wee Jeff Duke. Take a light in. Oh, it's not too bad. It's coming up all right. Just a wee bit more there. We'll stop it again. Have another wee look. That's not too bad. So we'll change over to the 120 grit.
Brian is saying he should have another video ready this evening or tomorrow. That's good to hear, Brian. Love to hear when people have a new video coming out.
And it's a good if you can let it overhang, and then when it goes down to the bottom, this bit will fold over and it'll let you get the bottom as well.
You don't even have that padded under there, do you? Just the Velcro and
No, it's just a Velcro on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been thinking about doing the same thing, and I may very well fix that up today. Just use a piece of dowel and round the end of it off, and just get some Velcro on there, and good to go. Need to do some study on. Oh, Jennifer's Craft and Creations has come in. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi,
So
Jennifer.
good to see you today. Well, forgot where I was going now. Other than just getting that
Okay.
little tool made will be a big deal, be a big help.
180 grit.
Oh, I know where I was going. I've got to do some research. I'm looking to possibly change sandpaper suppliers.
Right.
I've got. I want a Velcro back. I want the loop part on the sandpaper. I do an awful lot of power sanding with Velcro. And then my other thing is it can't be a lot more expensive than what I'm using. I have to do a little work. I buy my sandpaper in 1 yard by 1 yard sheets. Sometimes they change one direction or the other. They might go to a meter. It might be 3 feet by 3 meter or 3 feet by a meter. And but that's okay. Either way it comes. And then I use an old bandsaw blade and I cut those in 2-inch squares for both my sanding systems. So and it works out really well and very inexpensive. I don't know that Klingspor can get to the price.
You never know.
Right. I think I need to call them actually just to see what they got. I'm surprised how different Klingspor UK is and how and Klingspor USA is. Um, they're aiming at two different major customers. So over there, Rob deals more with the automotive side, metal finishing. Here, it's Klingspor is primarily wood here. Greg, when I come up with something, I'll let you know. I'll let everybody know. And I like what I'm using. I'm using the White Rhino from Endesa. It's the same company Paul gets his from, but mine is white. It's a white, large white sheet, and I order it directly from Endesa. And when I cut it up, it's not very expensive at all. You can get the size you want that way. You just have to have a way to cut it. Would not
So
mind trying.
that was C20. So
Ah,
we got a 400 down the inside of that, and that'll be that
it
sanded.
ought to be feeling pretty good about now.
It's hard to get a good finish sort of when you're in sort of a deep piece like that, you know, but you do the best you can with what you can get it sanded.
All right. Clint at Wood Dancer saying he uses Duralast. It's in rolls that are 2 3/4 inches wide. Gets it up from Amazon. That's I've heard people using the Duralast and they like it. I've never even seen it, so um, that might be something for me to try. We'll figure it out. This may be a little time, a little bit of expense going into it, but we'll figure it out and see what we want to do. Alex Swerzel, the wood butcher, is in.
Good afternoon, Alec. Come along.
He's just popping in to say hi. He's on a hospital trip, so
Oh,
yeah, his mother fell not too long
it's
ago,
nothing
and
serious.
yeah, well, she's got a broken bone or two and some other issues, so yeah, Alex, we're still wishing all the best for you and for your mother, for your wife as well. Jennifer says she has a video that Mark just put out, so
Ooh.
we'll be watching for that. In fact, I'll go see if I can find it.
Right. We'll get a wee taste of sand sealer on that. And then we can do a wee bit of work on the outside. I went to shop this morning to get a run out of paper tissue. And I usually buy the same brand all the time. And when I opened that packet up this morning, you can nearly see through that. I think I'm getting thinner. I'm getting stingy with a paper towel now. They don't want to drop the price of it, you know.
No, they cheapen it up and then expect you to pay the same price or even more sometimes.
I know the cheaper stuff, you know, it's a waste of time buying it because it just disintegrates in your hands when you put any water or fluid to it. It just goes into holes, you know. We'll just get that in there, and we'll use our stick to get that way down the bottom. We'll give it a wee turn.
All right, there's the link for Jennifer and Mark's. Well, I got to hit send. Anyway, there it is. There's the link for Jennifer's new video. Y'all can go watch that right after Paul is completed.
So just put a wee taste of wax down the inside of that. And we'll use our wee cloth, which is really
Is it
plenty of wax on it.
is it mint flavored?
What wax?
You said just a taste of wax. We're going to do mint flavor or cinnamon today.
No, no. I will go for the mint. I like mint. Just give it a good wee rub over the with a
Last time I went to the dentist, they were getting ready to do something. What was it she was doing? Anyway, she asked me what flavor I'd like. Oh, she's going to do the fluoride treatment thing. She asked what flavor I'd like to have, and I said, "Flavor? What are my choices?" And she realized it had been quite a while since I've been to the dentist, and they've come out with all these different flavors. Even had chocolate, and I thought, my goodness.
where's it there?
Pete, Twisted Trees, hello.
Hi, Pete. Welcome along.
New way of cutting Christmas trees saves 13 to 15 cuts per tree. That's significant when you're doing a lot of them.
Just want to see where my tap is because I want to get a wee bit of a
Pete,
bottom on that.
Pete will have
Right,
to do a
okay.
video on that.
So
Show us your new method of doing that.
our bottoms.
Oh, you got a little ways, don't you?
So that leaves me for the wee bit of turning I want to do to the bottom.
There you go.
Uh,
Nothing worse than turning the outside after you have the inside done and you go right through the side. Cut it off.
So
Don't ask me how I know.
A wee bit of a foot on the bottom of that, and also I want to check my wall thickness at the same time. Grab my
Copperal has joined us. Hello, Rob.
Hi, Rob. So about just over 6 mil there.
Mike Evans just came in. Hello, Mike.
Excuse me. Right, so I have a wee bit of room to play with before I start taking some timber off this. Set that out of the way. Right. Okay. So remove some of this timber with the roughing gouge. Not too much off the top because I'm really up my thickness for the top, but as it goes down, the piece.
Malcolm Douglas is having to leave us. We'll catch up later. Malcolm, you have a great day.
All the best, Malcolm. I'll stop out and have a wee check. There's about 1/4 of an inch on that still in thickness, so that's good. So I'll take a wee bit more off this.
Yes, Jennifer, I did. It's up above where Pete told us that he has a new way of cutting Christmas trees. Just above, a couple of chat entries, but yes, it's in the chat.
Just check our depth again. Right, okay. We're getting there. Just to initially give us a bit of a good taper on it, a nice shape. Now we don't want it too bulky at the bottom. Right, just change over to my spindle gouge here. And that's not that one. Where's the one I want?
Oh, I see. I'm not don't have moderator privileges. That's why. They were saying it didn't show when I put Jennifer's link in. That's because my spanners disappeared.
So what you said you disappeared there, Doug?
My spanner disappeared.
Spanner?
I'm here, but my spanner disappeared. I don't have a spanner anymore. So putting
Did you have one? Yeah.
Yeah, you gave me one.
No, I didn't give you one. I think so.
Maybe you didn't. Okay, so I can't put Jennifer's link in. That's all right. Sorry, Jennifer. Maybe Pete can do that. He's got one. There it is. Pete got it already. Good deal. Thank you, Pete. Well, that's right, because Brian had to put mine in last time.
Yeah, well, it definitely wasn't me because I don't know how to do that yet. Right, so just want to check that in case I go too thin here and cut it right through. So I can take a wee bit more off that. I just go below that.
Yeah. Copper says, Pete to the rescue. Pete's had to come to the rescue of several folks here lately. Pete, you're a nice guy, whether you want to be or not. You do a nice job. Thank you.
Just check our wall thickness again. Ooh, yeah, it's all okay. Just a wee bit low on that.
You got that looking like a nice Pilsner.
Just, I don't want it exactly shape or straight. I want to sort of have a wee curve on it. So. Right. Need to mark my cutoff point here because I sort of left it a wee bit tight. That's not the right tool, Paul.
Todd gives a good reminder. There's 22 watching, but only 5 thumbs up. Go ahead and click that thumbs up, folks. It's free for you and helps Paul's channel out tremendously when you hit that thumbs up button.
Okay. So I think I want to be about there.
I tell you what else helps all the folks who do the live videos, live demonstrations. After the video or after the demo is over, go back in, go out and come back in and leave a comment in the comment section. That makes a big difference. I was amazed how much difference it makes. But by you doing that, YouTube recognizes it more often. We'll share it out in other people's feeds so that they can watch as well. One of my recent lives, for whatever reason, somebody gave that reminder, and a lot of people went out and made comments. There were, golly, quite a number of comments on the video, and I picked up quite a few subscribers from that one. It's pretty amazing. So it does help. Then there's always Jamie's his prescription. Share it with your family, share it with your friends, share it with your enemies if you like.
Yeah, just a wee bit too tight there, Paul. Do that. Okay, that's cleaned out up. Okay, right. I think that's where I want to be, more or less.
Curious about something here, Paul, but I'm not. Well, I'll go ahead and ask you about it. How you gonna take your tenon off?
Right. So tenon's on just past the chuck jaws there, so you can see it. So I'm gonna turn it around. Just turn it around.
I got you. Okay. Okay.
And hold it and bring it down to near enough that. So it's a wee bit tight on it, but I'll get it off. Okay.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
So
I had
Pete
parting
says you
in my
haven't left any room for your cutoff.
right.
I know, but just want a wee bit more shape in there.
Yeah, I had parting in my mind and couldn't go past it for some reason.
Now, if I parted that straight across there, I would take that off. You know, so there's no room to part it off. So initially, what I'm going to do is turn around, bring the tailstock up, and just take away what I need to. So there should be left with enough timber.
That'll work. Pete was thinking the same way I was. Not a lot of space for parting off. You're exactly right, Pete. I was starting to kind of wondering about that. Todd said we all wanted to know that answer. Yes, yes. We see something, we get something in mind, like parting something off, and
okay, that's just about 4 mil. Get a wee bit wider at the top. So for 4 mil to 6 up the top. So I'm happy enough with that. So we'll get that sanded and we'll get it painted and we'll get it the Joe Sonias on it and stuff.
there you go.
We'll start off with let's see. I think we'll start off with the 80 and see how it goes.
Yeah, you asked me a while ago about seeing Terry's demo last night, and I did. But it is great that we can go back and rewatch those things if we miss a little detail or something. Like I've got to go back and watch.
A bit about the Q-tip and the plastic thing, to put the paint in.
Yeah.
You need to get to watch that bit.
Yeah, I don't know. That was about the same time my sister-in-law got here. She stopped in to spend the night with us last night, and I missed that one little detail. I see what he did. I understand it, but I don't know that actually what caused the explosive part. So I'm looking forward to going back. I said last night to myself, I've got to go back and watch that for that one little detail, if nothing else.
Yeah,
But it's always good. It's always good to go back and
I
watch.
liked it. It's an good an hour way of finishing things, and
Absolutely.
it looked really good.
Yeah, his result was tremendous. I really liked it.
So we're not worried about too much of sand on this because we're going to paint it. So, but you want to leave it as good as you can if you weren't going to paint it. So just go through the process of going through the sand and grits, and that will normally give a good finish for the paint. You don't want it too shiny either because it'll the paint won't stick to it if you make it too shiny.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to sand it up to 1,000 grit for sure.
No, just so that all the marks are right of it because the paint will show up anything, you know.
Yes,
But
yes.
what's that? That's 120 in it. That's a piece of 120, and I'm happy enough with that. Just a wee bit more at the bottom here.
For
Oh,
painting, 120 is sufficient.
yeah,
But you do want to get all your tool marks off of there, all your deep.
yeah,
If you start with a house brick, you want to get those scratches out. But 120 is about as far as you need to go for painting.
yeah. We just want to check the rim is okay. The rim's fine. Okay, so we're going to paint that now. Uh, well, should I say ebonize it? We're going to ebonize it. If Brian
There
keeps
you
on
go.
reminding me about that, it's ebonizing,
Yes.
whatever we want to call it. It's all the same to me.
Brian
Uh,
Best has come in to join us. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
He says, late as usual. No, Brian, you're right on time. You're right on time. It's the time that you were afforded. So you're okay.
Right, Brian. We're making a wee vase. Uh, the wood is poplar, and it was initially about 150 mil by about 60 mil thick. So we've just shaped it down. We've finished the inside, and I'm going to paint it with just ordinary black satin paint. You can use the albinising lacquer from Chestnuts if you want. Uh, I think this is better because it lasts longer. And we're going to do some Joe Sonia's iridescent paints on it. So we'll start that up and slow it down. We'll get a nice coat of paint on that. Just before I do that, I'm just going to. I want to.
Yes.
I
Pete
want to
Pete has
mask.
said Pete has said it must be an Irish thing. I used to give Brian a hard time about leaving 5 millimeters to part off. He has mostly learned now. Yes, he has, and he does it first thing quite often. Makes himself that mark, which is not a bad idea. Go ahead and put a parting line on there.
Yeah,
Um,
I like
Wayne
to.
used.
I like to use all the wood.
Yeah, I
Get my morning's
understand.
worth out of it.
If you have to buy it, especially some of those woods are quite expensive.
Right.
And
So we'll
today's
just give it.
economy doesn't help. I've noticed here, at least, what little. Well, I'm not buying any wood right now if I can at all help it. Um, but the people who are dealing with wood have raised their prices dramatically over the last couple of years, and it's almost too expensive to buy wood anymore.
That should dry right and quick because it's quite warm in here. I have the heater on in the background, so we'll let that dry up a wee bit.
I was going to say you could turn your lathe on slowly and let it move through the air. It really does help. It's amazing how much quicker things will dry like that. Turn it on too fast and you'll get that centrifugal effect all over your shop. But
So I'm going for one color just.
oh, we lost your sound, Paul.
Oh, mic
There
was
you
on
go.
my head. Sorry.
That makes a difference.
I was getting a drink there and I'm putting my mic up out of the way. We're just going to use one color of the Joe Sonia's turquoise. You can put as many colors as you wish, but for this wee piece, I'm going to do one color because I've done this in the past and I quite like the actually one color looked dead on it. You know, you didn't need anything else on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just see a wee bit of wet still there. I wonder where's my blue gun? I think it's in the car. So I can't get that. We'll quicken this up a wee bit now because that's ran in quite well.
Yeah, Pete said they were chatting about it last night, that there's more money selling blanks than in turn things. I
Yeah.
think you're exactly right, Pete. Wood that if I turn something, I can turn a small bowl that I want $20 for, and it'll sit there and sit there. But I could sell a little piece of wood for $20. It's not turned without any trouble at all. It blows my mind.
Just have to clean that up on the inside. Wee bit of overspray went in there. Should have covered that, but it's not bad. But we can do that while the Joe Sonia's is drying. So
You put some wax in there, it may come out pretty easily.
just give it a wee rub and see if it'll come off with the cloth. Just there's a wee bit of sand sealer still on that, so it might take it off. Oh, it did.
Good. Sometimes you can even come back in with some more wax and it'll take it right off.
Still a wee bit there. You can just see it there. That bit's going to be stubborn and doesn't want to come off. Let's see. Put a sand sealer on that. That should take it off because there's cellulose on it. So no, it didn't want to come off. We're going to have to sand it. So I'll just go about a 400. Just right in the rim, I want the rim to be natural. But I'm going to have to do this again anyway when I finish with the Joe Sonia's anyway, because we'll get a wee bit of paint probably on it. But that's taking the majority of that off. Right, that's okay. We can finish that later. Right, that looks dry enough to apply the Joe Sonia's. So I'll switch over to overhead only because it gives you a better. Oh, that camera doesn't give you anything. Where are we? What's happened to the camera, Paul? There we are. Cameras are still giving trouble. I see Terry had some trouble too last night. The camera, funny. So this is a turquoise. So, and again, some of these need Liquitex acrylic medium added to them to thin them down a wee bit. If you put them on too thick, it leaves like a white residue, and you're not getting the true effect of the Joe Sonia's colors. The iridescence in it. So a couple of drops, it's all it needs. There's no need to go mad. I'm gonna just give it a wee mix.
Well,
And I'm going to use the airbrush here to move the paint around.
okay.
Not in the airbrush, just the air from the airbrush to move the
Yeah,
paint.
that'll be great.
So,
You spoke of the devil one too many times. Terry at Heckington Arts has joined us. Hello, Terry. It's good to see you
Tara,
today.
good to see you.
We've been talking about the piece that you did last night, Terry, and
Very good
um,
demo, Derry.
I'm going to
I
go
liked it.
back and watch because I missed the major detail of your application process.
Okay. So, okay. So the way I've done this in the past is just dab the paint in on and use the airbrush to move it around. Why is that not working? Well, that's going to be fun if it's not working. Technical problems.
Seems like that's been the order of the day lately. Always a little something, just a little bit of technical issue.
I might have a clogged airbrush. Just bear with me, guys. I'll have to take this apart and have a wee squint at it. See what's happening. No, it doesn't look good. It's full of paint. Where'd the needle go? Drop the needle.
Oh no! Oh no!
You can see it. It's quite clogged. So a wee bit of Sin 600 sandpaper to clean that. Yeah, right.
Terry, that piece looked great last night. I really enjoyed seeing it, but I did miss the one detail of the application. I was just saying that it's always great that these are on YouTube, so we can go back and watch them again and again if we need to learn the tips and the tricks, or even just to see the results. Sometimes it's pretty amazing some of the things that people come up with. So I'll be going back and watching later today.
I've never seen that done before.
I had not. It's quite a. It drew my mind. Excuse me, it drew my mind right into it really quickly.
The wee nozzle was totally blacked on this. I did wash it out too, and there must have been some residue still on it. I wonder if that wee small bit would be big enough to go in there. Run that down the inside of it. Would that go in that? It might. We'll try that. Well, hang. If that doesn't work, we'll have to change tactics.
Terry said it's never been done before, so you saw it here first. Exactly. And from the sound of it, Terry, it's going to be duplicated time and time again. A lot of people are interested in that. I certainly am.
I don't think this is going to clean this. I'm going to have to change the different tactic.
Pete, only you would come up with that. Pete says, Terry's been talking about that for over a year, but he had to wait for Ruth to be out to fire a paint cannon in the workshop. Yes. Terry says he hopes everybody will try it. That's what the community is for. Exactly. When we come up with a new technique or just a new twist on something that's been done, it's always fun to share it. One of the joys is when somebody takes an idea that we've shared and they reproduce it on their own. The ribbon finials that I've been doing several of lately, one of the guys in our Wednesday night club shared that with us. He was not the first to do it, but he shared it with us. And now people are taking off and have their own adaptation of it. It's great to see what can be done.
Well, that didn't work. So we'll have to go to a different technique. So, it's not all lost. We'll use a bit of bubble wrap. Okay.
There you go.
All right, we're not stuck. Seeing I'm doing this, and maybe adding our color to it.
I like the effect of the bubble wrap. It's creates a really neat effect. I think you do it. Just do what you're doing then. Cover it completely like that. If a little black shows through, just all the better, really.
So you could use any technique you want. I've done it with balloon and half blown.
Yeah.
Blowing up a balloon and it works too. Or a scrumped up piece of paper.
I'm pretty sure the first time I used the Joe Sonia paints, I used in my trash can here in the shop, I had a piece of plastic where I'd unwrap something. So I pulled that out and wadded it up, and it came out tremendous.
Again, just trying to take all the white blobs away and just show the right. We'll add our color to that because we can, and we'll just go with a wee bit of gold.
Okay.
I think that'll work okay. We don't need an awful lot. A few drops of the magic water.
That Flow-Made makes a big difference.
Yeah. Right. Ah, dear. Oh. There's always when you go to use a certain tool and you haven't used it for a wee while and you find out it doesn't work. You just want to be random with it as possible. You don't want to overdo it. I'm just dabbing on the wood here before I put it on. And it's not a hard thing to do. You know, it's just a matter using your imagination, see what works, what doesn't. If it doesn't work, you can wipe it all off with a damp cloth and go again. There's no harm done at the end of the day. Just slow down a wee bit now. I think I've got enough on that. Just using what excess is on the wooden board here to give me a wee bit more colours. Don't want a whole lot colour, just a wee bit. Right, I think that will do that. And I want to leave the bottom black. I've got a wee bit of colour on that, so we'll see if I can touch that up before we put a finish on it. We'll give that a wee spin for a minute while I put this out.
Glad I'm not the only one that does that. Little
Straight away,
spray
just the
paint.
black in the black tin or the wee lid.
Yeah.
Just if you find you get a wee bit of color on the bottom of it, you can just go over with a paintbrush. Instead of using the spray can, just spray it into the lid, and then go over the bottom just to tidy it up where any two Sonias have hit it. Okay, I think I got it all. All right, that looks okay. Got that out of the way. A bit of paper for that brush. Okay, so initially that's dry. So we'll give it a coat of lacquer. We'll turn the speed right down. Turn it down. That's 40 RPM. And give it a wee spray first. Make sure it's stand back a wee bit and just give it a nice wee coat. And we'll just let that dry. This will probably need about 3 or 4 coats to get the build up you're looking for. It gives a nice glossy finish. You know, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's starting to gloss up, and the colors will start to show through a wee bit better. You know, I think it would have went better if I had been able to use the airbrush to move the paint, because it's not what I was going for. But what can you do when something's not working and you don't have the time really to fiddle about with it?
Well, yeah, you dropped in punt.
I'll let that spin a wee minute and see if that dries a wee bit, and we'll give it an hour wee blast, and then that'll be more or less it. So initially, yes, 3 or 4 coats, depending on how the finish. You might have to knock it back with a wee bit of 600 sandpaper to take all the wee rough bits off, and then just lightly sand it. And you don't do any hard sanding at it, and just give it an hour coat of lacquer, and you'll find you'll get a nice smooth finish.
Absolutely.
On it. And then when it's dry, I'll turn it around and take the foot off. We'll leave that till later on. But
all right, Terry's late coming in. He's early going out. He's got to go for lunch. Oh. Have a good lunch, Terry.
All right, Terry. Thanks. Just give it an RB coat so you can just get the idea of the fact we're going for. More like a wee goblet via shape came up with, you know. Okay, so there's not a lot more I can do to that until it dries. So as I said, we'll sandpaper, use the sandpaper to knock it between coats, just knock any wee gritty bits off, because it will leave a sort of roughness to it as it dries, and you want to knock that off before you put the next coat on to get your finish to be nice and smooth. And it's entirely up to yourself what many coats you can apply. I've seen me doing up to 6 or 7 coats, depending on the piece. This is a wee small piece, so it might be all right, you know. So we'll take that out of the chuck and just show you from a standing point, because it's hard to see something when it's on its side.
I think I'd just take the chuck off, leave it in the chuck.
Yeah, good idea, Doug. Good idea.
Just so you don't.
That's why you're here, Doug.
There you go. For once, I did something right.
Yeah, that's excellent. There, you earned a great brownie point today.
There you go. That does keep you from getting that off center having a tough time getting it back centered up in the
Uh,
chuck again.
so that's it there, guys. I'll bring it into the light.
That's nice, Paul. It's
Okay,
really nice. I like it.
goblet vase, whatever you want to call it. It just needs finished off on the inside again because I had a bit of black. But I'll do that when it's added all its colors, and then we'll get it turned around and take the food off. So initially, that's all I have today, guys. And again, thanks very much for coming in and joining me and Doug. I'll bring
Yeah.
Doug in. There he is. Just to show
Making
you.
sure everybody's up to date. We're in good shape. So
So
it looks
there
good.
you are. Just a wee small project today. As I said at the start, my back's giving me a lot of problems at the minute, and I can't really stand for a long time now.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder, and the more I stand, the worse it gets. So there you are, guys. We've used Joe Sonia's iridescent colors, gold and turquoise with a. We used the bubble wrap method of applying it because my air gun wasn't working. So there you are, guys. And we'll catch you the next time. Any any comments? No.
I think everything's good. We're up to date and everything. Everybody's in good shape. So Pete
All right,
said he just
everybody.
waxes over the top. Not quite as shiny, but it's quicker. I understand that. Sometimes you want that smooth finish over the paint, and it does take several coats. It takes a while to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. Well, thanks everybody for coming in and taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know you're all busy, like so I do, and it's great to have you as long. So we'll see you again, hopefully next Monday, and we'll have something a wee bit more interesting in this. And hopefully my back won't be as bad as it was because when it's bad
Yeah,
like that, I can't really stand. I'm standing on one leg here, sort of leaning on one leg, and there's
sure.
the sciatic that goes right down the left leg, and it gets bad at times. So I'll not bore you with any more my ailments. So I'll say cheerio, guys, and Doug will say cheerio. And
Cheerio.
we didn't have Brian today because his wife uh, kept him prisoner, and he was busy. So we'll see you all later, guys. All the best. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.